Okay, so now we'll revise first. That is equivalence relation. One is important one. I'll going to revise on important one.
Important one.
So now you know talking place. First, reflexive relation. Reflexive, I'm going to revise this first. Reflexive relation. So then what is reflexive relation? First of all, you should understand reflexive relation means this relation, reflexive relation. R is a relation from A to A. Okay, reflexive relation means relation from A to A only. Okay, R is a relation from A to A. A relation from A to A is called reflexive. What is the condition? If for every A belongs to A, comma A belongs to R. A comma A belongs to R. Okay, no response. Please mute your audios. Yes. So now we are reflexive. Means that. So I gave example for this. I gave a finite element example, finite relation example. I gave. We are going to discuss more examples now. So here for this, what I will say is let A is set of all lines. See, all lines. Okay, lines I am taking. All lines in plane. All lines in plane. This you can write like this also. A equal to, you can write X such that, see, set of X such that, or L, you can write L, set of L such that L is line in plane. In plane, how many lines will be there? Infinitely many lines will be there. Okay, L is a line in plane. Okay, right. That means set of lines in plane. Okay, here a relation we have to define relation now. Okay, so here R is a relation on A. That means from A to A defined as parallel to. That means R is a relation defined as parallel to. This means now R is what you know. R equal to relation defined as parallel to means L1 comma L2. R means ordered pair should be there. R is relation from, okay, this set of lines to set of lines defined as L1 comma L2 such that L1 is parallel to L2. So that means L1 L2, when L1 L2 will be there in our set, when L1 is parallel to L2. See here, from set of lines, two lines you have to take. What are the two lines which are parallel to each other? So then that is there in our relation. I think you understand. So what is there in our relation? That lines which are parallel to each other. So that ordered pairs L1, L2 are in our relation only when they are parallel. This is the relation. Now here what is the question of whether this is reflexive or not? Whether this reflexive or not. So here what we can say is yes, this is reflexive. Why it is reflexive? Very easy to check. Why it is reflexive? Because here every line is parallel to itself. So here R has first line I am taking, L1 I am taking. L1 is parallel to L1. Yes, L1 first line. Any line you take, second line you take, any line you take, what you can say is, since every line, what is the condition here? Every line is parallel to itself. Every line is parallel to itself. So therefore any line you take, what you can take, this L1 is parallel to L1 only, L2 is parallel to L2 only, L1 is there, L2 is there, like that you have. So if for example you have L1 is parallel to L2, let us say two lines are there, L1 line is parallel to L2, this is also there. But what we need to check reflexive, how many lines are there? Whatever line you may take in the plane, every line is parallel to itself. Therefore it is reflexive. So I'll give you more clear example. Let's say A is okay. Let's take natural numbers. Set of natural numbers I'm taking. N is set of natural numbers. This is set of natural numbers. N is set of natural numbers. We'll go next page. R is a relation from N to N, or R is a relation on N. Okay, defined as R equal to A comma B such that, yesterday I wrote na, A equal to B. A equal to B. So now you tell me that whether this is equivalence relation or not. Sorry, this is whether this is a reflexive relation or not.
Yes, sir.
This is reflexive relation. Why this is a reflexive relation? Because here if you take R, A value you should take here. A value if you take, what is B? B value you take or A value you take. If A value if you take 1, B value also 1. You have to start. A and B are natural numbers. A is natural number, B is natural number, because ordered pair A comma B, right? That means A is also natural number here. A to A, no, here. A belongs to N, B also belongs to N. So here natural numbers. A is a natural number, B is also a natural number. You have to start with 1. 1 comma 1 is there. If I take B2, A is also 2. If I take, this is infinite relation. Yesterday I told. So obviously this is equivalence relation. Equivalence relation. Equivalence relation. But first you have to check whether it is reflexive or not. Yes, this is reflexive. This is reflexive relation or not? Yes, reflexive. This is symmetric or not? Yes, symmetric also. Why? A comma B is there, B comma A is that only. Transitive or not? Yes, transitive. Why? A comma B is this, A comma B is that only, B comma C is that only, C comma C, A comma B, this only A comma B, B comma C that only, A comma C also same thing. So that's why I told 1 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 3 comma 3, these things you need not check. Automatically that satisfies reflexive, symmetric, transitive. Therefore, it is equivalence relation from N to N. R is equivalence relation from N to N. So, okay, anyway, now we'll see reflexive, then symmetric. What is symmetric relation? Symmetric relation means R is a relation on A, means this reflexive, symmetric, and transitive, this equivalence relation we have to check from set A to A only, not A to B. Okay, R is a relation from A to A. This is the first condition. Is symmetric. Is symmetric if it satisfies R is a relation from A to A. Is symmetric if A comma B is belongs to R. Then what should happen? Then B comma A also should belong to R. If A comma B belongs to R, then B comma A must belong to R. This is symmetric. So otherwise it is not symmetric. Now symmetric relation is this. Then what is transitive? Transitive means what? R is a relation from A to A, is transitive. What is the condition? If at all A comma B belongs to R, comma B comma C belongs to R, then A comma C must belong to R. So here these two, I told one condition. If A comma B is there, then B comma A must be there. If A comma B only not there, then B comma, you need not worry about B comma A. That means empty relation is always symmetric, I told here. Here empty relation is always transitive, and also singleton relation is always transitive. What is singleton relation here? You take, for example, A comma B only A is there, B comma C not there. Okay, this is automatically, this becomes transitive. That's what I explained yesterday. So then if a relation is reflexive, symmetric, and transitive, then it is called equivalence relation. All right. All right. Yeah, that is equivalence relation. Now we'll take more examples for infinite set. Now, for example, R is a relation on N to N. Let us take N to N defined as R is a relation from N defined as R equal to, here I told here X comma Y I'm writing, such that X is less than Y. X is less than Y. This is one. The next, R equal to X comma Y, such that here I told already here N to N relation is from N to N, natural numbers to natural number. X divides Y, or X is divisible by Y. Okay. 3. R is such that X comma Y such that Y I wrote, Y I wrote, okay. Here Y equal to X square. Y equal to X square. Okay, right. So now you see this one. So here, set of all ordered pairs satisfying less than. Here, less than is the condition. Less than is the condition. So less than. So here, this, if you see, this one is whether it is reflexive or not. Here, x comma x won't be there. 1 is there means 1 comma 1 won't be there. 2, if you take 2 comma 2 won't be there. So therefore, it's not reflexive. Whether it is symmetric or not, 1 comma 2 will be there. 1 comma 2, because 1 is less than 2. 1 comma 2 will be there. 1 comma, here 1 comma 1 only not there, therefore it's not 1 only, it's failed. 1 comma 1 only, it's failed. 1 comma 2 is there, but 2 comma 1 won't be there. Why 2 comma 1 won't be there? 2 comma 1 means 2 must be less than 1. Okay, x comma y will be there, x comma y will be there, x is less than y. So that means here some elements I'm writing. 1 2 will be there, 1 3 will be there, 1 4 will be there, like this. 1 2 will be there, but 2 1 won't be there. 2 3 will be there, 2 4 will be there, like this many elements will be there, but 2 1 won't be there. Why it won't be there? 2 less than 1 is wrong. So that's why it's not reflexive, not symmetric. It is transitive. Whether it is transitive or not, yes, transitive. Why it is transitive? X less than y and y less than z, then automatically x becomes less than z. That means here general property you should use to prove. Here let x comma y belongs to R and y comma z belongs to R. Let us take these two are belonging to R. Then automatically what will happen? If this belongs to R, x is less than y. If this belongs to R, y is less than z. Then what will happen? Automatically x less than y happens. That means 1 less than 2, 2 less than 3 means automatically 1 less than 3 will happen. That means xy is there, yz is there, means x less than z. Xz must be there. X comma z must be there. That means x less than y, x comma y is there means what? X less than y. Y comma z is there means what? Y less than z. Automatically x becomes less than z. X less than y, y less than z means x less than z. So x comma z will be there. So therefore it is only transitive. It's only transitive. Okay. So this one, if I take less than here, less than or equal, if I take, only I have taken less than. If I take less than, it's only transitive. If I take less than or equal, what will happen now? Less than or equal, less also you can write, equal also you can write. So that means what? So how do you check this first, reflexive or not? How do you check? So here simply you write like this. Here x comma x belongs to R for all x belongs to n. So here whatever natural number you take, 1 2 3 4, for every natural number x comma x will be there in R, because here x equal to y also no problem, x is less than y also no problem. That means 1 1 will be there, 2 2 will be there, 3 3 will be there, 4 4. Therefore it is reflexive. Now it becomes reflexive, but it can't be symmetric. Why? 1 comma 2 will be there in this, but 2 comma 1 won't be there. Same reason. It is transitive, because x less than y, y less than z means x less than z will happen, transitive. So now this becomes reflexive and transitive. Now this one, second one. Second question. What is that second question? X is divisible by y. X is divisible by y. So x is divisible by y. Okay, let's go to x is divisible by R such that x comma y such that x is divisible by y. Divisible by y. This is the question. So that means here what will, here x comma y belongs to R. I already told R is a relation from n to n. So x is natural number, y is natural number. So x is divisible by y. 1 1 you will be there because 1 is divisible by y. 2 1 will be there because 2 is divisible by 1. 3 1 will be there. So like this it will be. 2 2 will be there. So like this one. What you need to check here, x is here whether x comma x belongs to R or not, you have to check. X comma x belongs to R means what? X is divisible by x. Yes. Therefore, x is divisible by x. Therefore, it is reflexive. You need to check like this. Okay. Now, x comma y belongs to R. Okay. Let x comma y belongs to R. That means what? X is divisible by y. If x is divisible by y, then y comma x will be there always? No, not possible. Why? Y is divisible by x is not possible. Here 2 comma 1 will be there. Why? 2 comma 1 will be there means what? 2 is divisible by 1. That's true. But 1 is divisible by 2. 1 is divisible by 2. No, not possible. Similarly, you can give one more example also. 4 is divisible by 2. But 4 comma 2 will be there. Why 4 comma 2 will be there? Because 4 is divisible by 2. But 2 comma 4 won't be there. 2 comma 4 won't be there. Why it won't be there? Because 2 is not divisible by 4. 2 is not divisible by 4. So that is the reason here 2 comma 4 won't be there. So therefore, conclusion is that it is reflexive. Why it is reflexive? I told already, x comma x will be there. X is divisible by x, 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. Therefore, reflexive. It's not symmetric, but it is transitive. Why? If x is divisible by y, okay, x comma y is there. Let's say x comma y belongs to R. That means what? X is divisible by y. Okay, then y comma z belongs to R. Let us say that is y is divisible by z. Then automatically x is divisible by z. Automatically it will happen. Why? Because you see. So here we have taken here 4 comma 2 will be there. 4 comma 2 belongs to R. 2 comma 1 also belongs to R. That means 4 is divisible by 2. 4 comma 2 means what? 4 is divisible by 2. 2 is divisible by 1. Automatically 4 becomes divisible by 1. Similarly, you can take one more example. Here 12 is there. 12 comma 4 will be there. Yes, 12 comma 4 will be there. 4 comma 2 also will be there. 12 is divisible by 4. Therefore, it belongs to R, and 4 comma 2 belongs to R. Then what should happen? 12 is divisible by 2 should happen. Yes, that is true. Therefore, 12 comma 2 also belongs to R. So like this, you can check. Very simply, you can check actually. So this is therefore, this is what you can say, reflexive and transitive, but not symmetric. Not symmetric. So antisymmetric relation. What is antisymmetric relation? So R is a relation from A to A, and R is a relation from A to A, and if at all A comma B belongs to R and B comma A belongs to R, then A must be equal to B should happen. Okay, then A must be equal to B. Then only it is then antisymmetric. Then A comma B must be equal. So what is antisymmetric relation? R is a relation from A to A, and if at all A comma B belongs to R, B comma A belongs to R, then A equal to B. Then it is antisymmetric. So for example, I am giving, what is the example for this? Let's take A is 1, 2, 3. R I am taking relation. What is that? 1 comma 1, 1 comma 2 comma 2, 3 comma 3. Okay, this is antisymmetric. Antisymmetric. This will become antisymmetric. Not only that, it is symmetric also. It is reflexive, symmetric, and transitive. Yesterday only I told. For this, there is no problem. Okay, why here? Yeah, what does it mean? This is possible only. This is 1 comma 1. This is also 1 comma 1. Then only 1 equal to 1. That means A equal to B means this is also A. This is also A. Here this is also A. Both are equal when they are equal. That's it. So then only it is equal. For example, in this set, if I include one more element I included, what is that? In 2 comma 3 I included. Yeah, this is, you see, what will happen is I'm taking this A equal to, again I'm taking 1, 2, 3. This R equal to, let's say I wrote 1 comma 2. Then automatically it is antisymmetric. Antisymmetric. Why antisymmetric? If at all 1 comma 2 is there and 2 comma 1 is there, then 1 should be equal to 2. So it is automatically antisymmetric. Why I am telling here? For example, you have 1 comma 2 and in this comma 2 comma 1 also there. This is not antisymmetric. Not antisymmetric relation. Why it's not antisymmetric? 1 comma 2 is there and 2 comma 1 also there. then 1 should be equal to 2. That is not possible. Therefore, it is antisymmetric, not antisymmetric. So this is 1 comma 2 only there. 2 comma 1 is not there. So therefore, this becomes automatically antisymmetric. Okay, what is previous example? Previous example is 1 1 is there, 2 2 is there, 3 3 is there. When you have like this, you don't have to worry only. So automatically this becomes antisymmetric. If 2 comma 3 is there, 2 comma 3 is there, then 2 comma 3 is there also, no problem, it is antisymmetric. Because here 2 comma 3 is there, then 3 comma 2 is also there, then you have problem. 2 comma 3 is there and 3 comma 2 is also there. So then you have problem. What is that? 2 should be equal to 3. If this is not there, this becomes automatically antisymmetric. So that's about antisymmetric. So now, yeah, we have less than 1 minute. So therefore, you have to again log in, I think. Okay, so this is antisymmetric.